Republican Congressman and member of the House Judiciary Committee, Ken Buck. Congressman, is Weiss the wrong guy to be special counsel?
I don't think he is at all. I think he's the right guy. He's a Republican appointee, so I don't think he's going to show bias towards the Biden administration or Hunter Biden or the president. I think that he's experienced as a prosecutor, having run the U.S. Attorney's Office. And the most important thing is you don't have to get a whole new group of people up to speed on this prosecution. We have statute of limitations that are running, and you don't want to blow a statute in order to just get someone else on board. And the allegations of bias were bias regarding the political appointees in the Department of Justice. They weren't, to my knowledge, allegations that the U.S. attorney was biased at all.
Right, but Speaker McCarthy and the spokesman for Jim Jordan and others have said that U.S. Attorney, now Special Counsel Weiss, negotiated this plea deal that was rejected, so he shouldn't be the special counsel. It sounds like you don't agree with that.
No, I don't agree with that. The plea deal was rejected because there was some ambiguity in the plea agreement as to whether the U.S. Attorney's Office could continue to bring charges in the future. In my opinion, I think the toughest decision that this special counsel now is going to have to make is they charged misdemeanors because there was a plea agreement. This is felony conduct. If the plea agreement has withdrawn and it's fallen apart, they've got to make a decision on whether they charge felony tax crimes and go to trial on those felony tax crimes, as well as continue to investigate the Foreign Agent Registration Act.
As Lauren just reported, there could be some issues with the House's efforts to try to get Weiss to testify, although Judiciary Committee Chairman Jim Jordan still wants him to show up. How do you expect that to work? Because in the past, U.S. attorneys, it's easier to get them to testify than special counsels.
Yeah, it's a great question. I think it would set a new precedent and a bad precedent. I think that special counsel are assigned to investigate a very serious case. In this case, it might lead to impeachment. Obviously, there are political benefits for members of the Judiciary Committee and the House as a whole to investigate someone and be able to talk about that information that's gleaned from the investigation. But I don't think the House Judiciary Committee wants to interfere with an ongoing investigation that could lead to impeachable information coming forward. So I think that the best that we could possibly hope for is a very narrow scope of a hearing where the special counsel now would not be crossing the line into discussing issues that are involved in ongoing prosecutions.
Have you seen any hard evidence that President Biden broke any laws or did anything wrong in any of this? We've been hearing from Oversight Committee Chairman James Comer talking about investigating the president, but we had Attorney General Gonzalez on earlier, and he said he hadn't seen any evidence that President Biden had done anything wrong.
Yeah, I haven't seen, you're talking to a prosecutor of 25 years. I haven't seen hard evidence. Hard evidence to me is visually listening to a witness, hearing a witness, being able to examine documents. And so to me, we've heard a lot of hearsay from news sources. We've heard a lot of conjecture on the internet. But in terms of hard evidence that Joe Biden was directing Hunter Biden in his really dishonorable conduct in selling the office of the vice president or receiving money from Hunter Biden in that regard. There's certainly conjecture as to those issues. The fact that Devin Archer testified that Joe Biden was on the phone with many of Hunter Biden's clients doesn't look good. But until we actually have hard evidence of what was discussed and whether Hunter Biden was directing people to engage his son in these activities, I think that would be criminal conduct and impeachable conduct. I have heard conjecture. I have not seen hard evidence of that.
Yeah, and I believe Devin Archer has said that while President Biden, or then Vice President Biden, would get on the phone and talk to those business associates of Hunter Biden, they never talked about the business per se, for whatever that's worth. Colorado Republican Congressman Ken Buck, always good to see you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.